Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Lilibet Day channel. Good morning and good afternoon to all my subscribers, viewers in Central Time or West. Okay, so instead doing this last Sunday and then I moved to Monday, guys. It's just like there's a technical issue on my internet provider. So I hope that this will be okay this week because that's the problem, guys, here in the Philippines that internet connection. You can't, I can't, you can't, we can't guarantee that we get a good service. So shout out Sky Cable, please. If you want, because they always tells, there's a technical issue. Please work it well so that, the connection will not really, because this is the thing that if you have business online, this is gonna really fuck up your business, especially it's online. GLS, hello. Thank you for coming. Good evening. What time is there in California? Mm, 5 5 p.m. What time is there? Hey, Steph. Thank you for coming. Hello. So I was so, it's just like I cannot guarantee, guys, if I'm gonna okay 4 p.m. I'm gonna use, the data because the signal here is so weak. So I can't really give you a good streaming if I use data. So I prepare, to wait until, my my internet connection is resumed. So now I made it. Instead of Sunday, move to Wednesday here in the Philippines. It's Tuesday in the West. Okay. So thank you so much. Guys, I would like to invite for those not yet members of my TLC family, please, because my membership uh, amount is very affordable. So that's a big help also for my channel, if one of you will subscribe or will join to my membership. So the weather here in the Philippines, my God, is really hot. I don't really want to go outside, especially if it's, around 10 a.m. until 4 o'clock p.m. because it's really hot. So if you're not really into the hot uh, place, it's kind of a scary because, the heat stroke is really prone about that. So hi, Casey. Thank you for coming, Casey. So our subject or our topic for today or night in your time is why do Western men pick Filipinas instead of Western women? So very interesting discussion that we're gonna talk later. And of course, I have a special guest. Okay, for those ones to join, okay, feel free. The link it's there, so all you have to do just click it there, and you can enter to my studio. But of course, let me introduce, later my special guest, special participation of Frank Tate. He's okay, later, later. So I'm gonna, because uh, I cannot really tells because this is all about Western men. Why they pick, not only Filipinas, why they pick Asian, like including Thailander or Thai women, Cambodian, Vietnamese, Japanese, Korean, or Chinese. But majority of, they're more onto. I was watching some of, the Passport Bros channel. They, especially when they already visited here in the Philippines and then go to Thailand, and they advise that if you want to really go on the serious thing, go to the Philippines because you can really find a good woman. But I'm not saying that in other Asian country they're not. But when it comes to relationship and settle down, we Filipino are very into that. We're very serious, okay? We're very serious, we're very loyal. Is all on the package. Okay. So let me read this from GLS. Will, for me, I pick my Filipina because she is feminine, fit, and cooperative. Those are some of my reasons. Oh, yeah, definitely. It's just like, the thing that you mentioned about the things that you want to a Filipino women. I agree because that's very that's very common for Filipino women. Okay. Well, I'm not saying all, but some Filipino women, they have their own standard. But I'm talking about the average. The average Filipino women are very into that. They're very cooperative, very feminine. But there's a small, okay, GLS, there's a small percentage of, Filipino women, they act like, they're a bit, masculine. There is, but it's a very, it's very small percentage. Okay. Hi, Kiss. Good morning. Buenos dias, Kiss. So, well, I have a band-aid on my thumb. I don't know, guys. This is the thing that, because when I do my pedi, when it starts, to what do you call that? The skin starts to grow when you remove, the dead skin. It's gross, right? So I cannot really stand because I'm not really into the every week. So I just rest my nails, especially if I apply nail polish. So I just rest that for 2 or 3 weeks. Okay. And then I can't really, oh my God, Frank always tells me stop doing that, but I can't. It's just like he said that it's that neurotic mannerism. But on the sides of my nails, I can't stand. Oh my gosh, I, the hard skin. So if I do like that, and then sometimes when I enjoy doing that, and then when I pull out, ouch. So this is what happened to my thumb. So this is 2 days ago. So it's still sore. So I have to put this band-aid in also. I wash with distilled water. I mix distilled water and what do you call that? Peroxide. So now it's a little okay now. So yeah, okay. KC, very curious to hear Frank opinion. Okay, so just hold on, just hold on, KC, because he's gonna go on my my studio because I'm just wonder as a Filipina, of course, I'm not I'm not same way. Okay, so I'm just thinking that why some, why some Western men, pick pick Asian, particularly Filipina, because here's the thing that they're beautiful. Well, as a Filipina, we're very into the the skin color. So we look as they're beautiful, but I just realized that no, embrace our natural Filipina beauty, embrace our Filipina color. Okay. So it's just like I also watching the I don't know, guys, if you're familiar with this blogger, as the old man. As the old man, you can really, you can once you are listening on that, it's not all the things that he mentioned is all facts. Okay, so it's and I also when I watch some Western women, particularly black women, that I don't need a man, uh, and then they're looking for a six figures. Oh my God, if you earn 50,000 50,000 a year, they consider that as a broke. Okay. So here in the Philippines, my God, if you have 50,000 $50,000 a year, you belong to the 1% rich. 1% rich here in the Philippines. My goodness. So don't get me wrong, there are gold digger, and of course, yeah, I agree, because kids, like, not only in the Philippines, all over the world. But okay, so let's gonna take that into the small percentage. Well, 1 to 10. So Philippines is just like maybe 1.5 or 2%. Okay, so I'm not saying that all Filipino women are perfect, they're very loving, caring, or whatever. But yeah, I agree what you said, that there's some women that are gold digger also. But I'm not saying all, some. Hi Michiko, thank you for coming, Sisi. So that's gonna be interesting, because a lot, we Filipina, we never well, I'm not saying that our men are very gentlemen. Of course there's some Filipino men also that it's you're gonna all you have to tell to yourself, oh, leave me alone, I don't want to hear you. But it's not us. When I watch some of black women cursing black men, my God, it's really below the belt. Okay, so especially when they said that if you have 50,000 bucks a year, they call it dusty and broke. My goodness. So I don't. So because here's okay, here we're living in um a middle class community. We have a decent place to stay, and you know what? We just 1500 1500 1500 bucks a month, and everything we pay, our electric, water, we have a good, good food, okay? And then take note, guys, we save that, we don't spend that, the 1500 bucks, okay? So the 1100, that's including, for the budget, including, food. You already, we have electric, everything, shopping. So we save 400 every month. So we're not really into the, we're not, if we have 1500 bucks, so we don't spend that all. So we save 400. So that's one thing that, well, the cost of living here is way less than the States. But uh well, when it comes to employment, it's way more there in the States, as long as you're not lazy, okay? But you have to be smart, to spend your money, because this is what I notice, not only in the West, only here in the also here in the Philippines, that majority of people, if they have money on their pocket, they don't save. They just, they cannot wait. There's so many things on their mind. Oh, what I'm gonna buy. So they plan to go to place, or they spend, and then all of a sudden they realize that they overspend. So at the end of the day, when they check their bank account, is no money is saved there, because once they have money, it's just like, they just more into the travels, okay, do shopping. So it's not really, they're not really, um when it comes to money management, their lack of knowledge about that. So I'm not pointing into this, western people, and also Asian people, because this is what I notice also here, that a lot, especially for those low class people, they more into the, they're more into the shopping or spend money than to save money, okay? So GLS, yeah, they want 6 feet and six pack figures. Yeah, because what's wrong, for me. And then, hi Tutu. Okay, let me read this from KZ. I think the number is the around 70% of couple don't know their income and have to manage it. Well, because this is what I notice when it comes to West. Okay, the money of the wife, they have their own uh, bank accounts, the husband and wife, and then they have to, okay, so the expenses, the household expenses, and if you have children, they open that account, so that the wife and the husband share. So that's a good idea. But the advantage, the disadvantage, you have no idea how much is your wife's money and how much is your husband's money. But us, okay, us, we're very, we have, joint account, okay? So, well, when it comes to money, I'm not really into that, well, anytime I can get my money, the money in the bank. Okay, all the bank accounts I have access that. I have access that, but I'm not. I don't take that advantage, guys, because for me, I have also, I have also money before we get married. With before I get married to Frank, I have also money, but it's not as big as Frank has. So I'm very grateful that he shared that, and I share my money to him. So it's not his money, it's not my money, it's ours. Okay, so that's one thing. And I'm very, I know the feeling that you work hard for that money. So I'm not the type of person that I'm more into the spending, okay, go around or travel. No, I'm not. Because I know the feeling that you work hard for that. So I really give value the money. And of course, I don't take advantage that Frank share his money to me, and I don't take advantage that so I have access, so I just get and get. So I always tell him that this is the thing that I need. I don't tell him that this is the thing that I want. Because if you heard women that they gonna go shopping and they want to buy things that they want, oh my God, get ready. Especially if you let if you let her use your credit card, oh my God. So it's better, uh, go shopping, buy things that she need. Because that's what I do. I just go to the mall and buy things that I need. Okay. So let me read. Guys, oh my God, I can't really see my gulay. Okay. Okay. KC, you're right, but I think it's more like 95%. So KC, now I'm sure it is that high. Paycheck to paycheck is real thing. Yeah, I agree. Paycheck to paycheck. So okay, from kids, most people programmed in society to spend, but has never been taught to save. Yeah, because especially, so this is my this is my opinion. So I'm not putting down for those below average people. So they're the one must save money than the rich people. Okay, because especially here in the Philippines, guys, when you get sick, in first thing they will know what is the payment method that you're gonna pay, especially in the emergency room. They will ask first, instead of um uh asking the patient, but they have to ask first, what's the is this cash, check, or card. That's the main thing here. So if you don't have savings, because the healthcare in the Philippines is not as as well, it's not as good as in the West. Okay, the healthcare here, there's some illness that is not covered. Okay, so you have to pay that in cash. So if you have card, you can pay on card. If you have check, you can pay on that check. So if you're below average, if they know, they're not really pay attention. Okay, guys, for those Western men, be careful. Be careful. You save money, especially if you're going to retire here in the Philippines. Save money for your health care, because like I said, this is real talk, guys. This is real talk. Not only for Filipino people, also for Western people, because if you don't have money, to pay, especially if you go to the, private hospital, of course, prepare your uh this, okay? Because the treatment, guys, is way different than the below average people, because this is what happened. It's just like, last year, there's something, Frank feels something pain on his stomach, and we went to Makati Medical Hospital, one of the famous private hospital here in the Philippines. So that's somewhere in Makati. Oh my goodness, it's just like we stay there for about 4 hours, guys. So all the tests, uh they know that, okay, they ask what's the, first, okay, they ask what's the patient feel, what's something, okay, they tell that. And the second, they ask what's the, the payment method, if they're gonna use cash, card, or check. So it's just like, Frank told, okay, card. And you know what, guys? For after 4 hours that we stay in the hospital, all the tests, CT scan, ECG, ultrasound, uh, CBC, all the kind of tests, he undergo that. And you know what, guys? For 4 hours, we pay about 54,000, 54,000 pesos. So that's about over $1,000. Okay, so guys, they're very, I you know the service, the service was so great, because two doctors always, always visit. And there's, every 30 minutes, the nurses go and check Frank, okay? But once they visit, of course, there's a fee. So I can tell that, I can tell the service was so great, okay? Because they know that Frank can afford to pay them. So if you're, if you don't have money, oh my God, it's just like, they're gonna, they're not really pay attention. What's happening with the patient. Okay. So guys, for those, for those wants to retire here in the Philippines, and to settle down, make sure, guys, that you know that person, you know that woman, because there's a lot of things happen here, that they decided, to move here for good here in the Philippines. Sell all the things, sold everything that they had, house, all the properties that they had, and then, this person end up homeless. There's so many, Western people that become, they're Filipina. Once the Filipina, I'm not saying all Filipina, but some, once they know that, he has no money, and then she leave. Okay. And this, of course, some Western women, they prepare to stay here in the Philippines, because if they're gonna go back to the, to their country, they don't have house. Okay. So unlike here in the Philippines, that, we're not, we're family ties. Okay. No matter what, we still, we still take care of our family. But in the West, they're not really into that. So they prepare to stay here. And so many Western people, especially in Cebu City, just go to the, to the, Metro Cebu. There's a lot of foreigner, or there's a lot of Western men begging. Okay. Because the cases that, it happens that, when they come here, they sold everything that they had. And then, sad to say that, some Filipino are not really serious with them. And then once the Filipino knows that, no, like that, they leave. So that's my advice. Be smart enough to pick pick woman that you really want to spend for the rest of your life. And especially when it comes to money, be be smart. Don't spend, especially if you're older, or if you're um older than the Filipinas. So be careful, save your money for your health care. Okay. Kiss. Kissy, yes, paycheck to paycheck. Casey, exactly. Most don't even know the basic budget plan. Best line, it was on the sale. Oh Lord, Lordy. Shop, shop, shop. Emotional desire over the real life. Of course, oh, okay. So I'm be honest. Okay, okay, for those guys, don't forget, to give me thumbs up. Okay, and for those ones to join with me, feel free. You're very welcome to join with me and share your idea and opinion to us. Okay, so guys, women, we love shopping, but it's according how you deal it. Because me, I'm not really into the uh, luxurious brand. Okay, like my blouse. Anyone can guess how much is the cost of this? Any one of you, any one of you can guess how much is this? As long as I like the color, I like the fabric, and I feel comfortable, it doesn't matter for me where that came from. If that came from the wet market, okay, no problem. So, and then sometimes when Frank told me, okay, just go and shop, he's the one. I don't know what's wrong with this man. He's the one who forcing me, to force me to do shopping. But I told him, no, I just let you know if I need to go shop. If he will tell me, okay, sweetheart, go to the hair salon and do your hot oil, whatever. And I told him, no, I can handle that myself, because I'm looking for the price. Okay, if I go to the hair salon, do my hair done, so I spend 4,000 pesos, so that would be about for 90 dollars. So imagine $90. So no, what I did is I just buy my own stuff and do by myself. So I save more money on that. This is real. Philippines women, when they find a man that gives them money, money, they don't know how to save. It's gone in a shopping spree. Yeah, men and women are programmed to spend, not to save. Well, not all the kids, because me and Frank, we save. Lilibet, I find only one difference from general hospital in private hospitals. Other than private hospital costs way too much. Yeah, but the service is great, and of course the facilities that they use for the patient is great. I only see waiting time as the only problem with the general hospital. Oh yeah, that's given kiss. 14, 18 hours waiting time in a hospital here unless your arm in falling off. I use general hospital. I have used private hospital before, depend on my situation. Yes, that's true, depends. GLS, I had a recent hospital visit with tri-age. It costs one. Oh wow. That's wow. Yeah, thanks, Steph. Hit that like button or smash that. Kiss. I'm pretty sure a little bit might only like private hospital. What's your answer? Little bit. Oh yeah. I like private hospital. But prepare. Kiss. This is the thing, kiss. Okay. Of course, because especially in the private hospital, they have a good equipment to take care of you. But you have to prepare your pocket because they're gonna rob your pocket to death. Of course, here's especially kids here in the Philippines, they will advise the good, like like any kind of test, the kind of equipment or apparato that they're gonna use, if what you feel okay, they will. So masyado. Yeah, private, a kiss. KZ, private, because, well, I'm not saying that district hospital, some, yeah, it's according how the management, because the sometimes it happens that the management of that hospital is not really as good as other hospital. But guys, don't be scared to come here in the Philippines. All you have to do, be smart, know the country, whatever you want to go in here in Southeast Asia, know the country, uh, know a little history, know the people. And once you do that, everything will gonna be okay. Well, especially here in the Philippines, as long as you're not, as long as you're not disobey the law, you're safe. You're safe. But be careful with my people, because some people, some of my people, you cannot really trust. Okay, you cannot really trust. I have some good people also. So it's just like wherever you want to go in whatever country, there's a opposite side of there's a good and there's a bad. So just be aware your environment and be aware of people. Okay, Casey, less time, more care for the patient, faster test results. Yeah. So that's oh my god, I can't, there's so many when once I uh some doctors, oh my god, I'm thinking, are they have a quota for this? Because they don't, well, they don't really, tell the patient that, okay, sir, if you're not really into that, this is my advice. You know what their advice is? Okay, you have to go there, because or else if you're gonna don't take that test, this is what will happen to you. They really scare you. So once they scare you, of course you don't want to die. You don't want to die. So you have to take the test, and then the cost of the test, oh my god, it's over your budget. So I don't know, some doctors, are they friendly, doctors? That's why, guys, me, I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful that last year during the pandemic, I was, well, it's just like, I was so first year, I was so scared because of people, you cannot really go out. So once you heard somebody's coughing or sneezing, oh, there's covid, so you freak, you're freaking out of the things that you see and you hear. So I was, oh my god, I'm so scared. But you know what, guys, that time I never get sick, and until now. So I'm so thankful that I don't really get sick. Okay. So let me read. Casey really surprised that General would be more friendly. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Okay, especially here in the Philippines, KZ, that go to the district hospital. Some nurses are very, they have attitude. Okay, who's this? Thank you for coming, Mr. Tate.
Hello, Mrs. T.
So somebody's waiting for your opinion. Why do Western men pick Filipinas instead Western women? So Casey is waiting for your explanation about that, my love.
Okay, hello, everybody. How y'all doing today? Happy to see everybody here. So, what were you guys talking about?
So we're talking about that, well, it's just like, we're waiting for you to enter my studio, and we just waiting for you because we're talking about, how when you go to the private hospital in district hospital, or if you have no money, and then you have money, the treatment is way different. Okay.
Oh yeah, oh yeah,
So
and
but okay, let me finish. But the subject that they really want to hear from you, Frank, is why you pick me instead of your Western women. So they're very interesting of that. Share to them. Give them some ideas and advice. So
okay,
the
hold on
floor.
just for 1 second. I need to get my ashtray.
Oh my, that's the problem, guys. Your ashtray. Oh, there. You can use the new one. You can use on the top of the Lion King jar. Oh, my husband. Well, I'm not really into that. That's that I know him that he smokes. So I just sometimes he smoked too much. But I told him, especially when I heard, I told him, my love, please, I'm not stopping you to smoke, but just less. Okay, less. Because I know that's his happiness. Thank you so much, Steph, for the donation. Is that your boaster, Frank? Your cigarette.
Hey, now I'm ready.
All right. Okay, bring it on, my love. Okay, so share your ideas and opinion to our, to our gentlemen on the live chat because they really want to hear that from you because you're very experienced of that.
So, was the question how did I end up picking you, or my experiences in dating while I was in the Philippines? What is it that everybody wanted to know?
Well, okay, I'll gonna pick. So, how, what's the difference? What's the difference between, between Western women and Filipina women, to having a date. So, what's the difference? Are they the same, or there's a difference between, the Western and Asian or Filipina?
Um, Women are women, but Western women um,
Be
have a
careful.
little bit more greed. Okay, um, Filipinas are easier to approach. They're never rude. Even if you go to hit on them, to talk to them, I don't mean strike, I mean talk.
Okay.
They won't be really rude to you like women in the West might be. All women in the West are not that way. With like with most women, if they find you attractive or charming, they may talk to you in the West. Okay, if they don't find you charming, then they act like you're a dog on the street or something like that. May want to ask you why are you talking to me, or might just be totally rude.
Mm.
I've never ran into a Filipina that I spoke to that was rude to me. Never. When it comes to dating, um, Filipinas are happy almost anywhere that you take them. Okay, you could go somewhere and eat street food. You could go for a walk somewhere or something like that and talk. They're just very nice women, really nice.
So that's why you
Um,
pick me. That's why you pick me.
of course, you had such a wonderful personality, and then you were very cute.
Oh
Okay.
my goodness, for just sus mio, sus mio.
No, but the main thing was where you were very nice, easy to talk to, easy to get along with, and we always had our set up times to talk to each other, and we were always there. Things that I wanted to talk about, you were willing to listen to. When we first started talking, and I had laid out what I call my rules, the world according to tape. And you went along with the things that I said that I wanted out of life and the things that I wanted to do and what I expected out of a woman that I would deal with. And there was no arguments, no debates or anything like that. You told me what you were looking for, and we seemed to match. So that made it quite easy. But you weren't the first Filipina that I dated. I started coming to the Philippines in oh, geez,
27.
2009. I think it was like 2009 or something like that when I first started coming to the
Oh my God, that time, that year, Frank, I'm still single.
Philippines. So I dated a few Filipinas. I made a few trips back and forth and stuff, trying to meet the right person. All of the ladies that I met were very nice, very good. I met women from different economic backgrounds. Um, Went out to a lot of different places and stuff like that. But I didn't really feel that they were exactly right for me. And but with you, I knew you were a keeper, so that's why I came, and we ended up getting married.
Yeah.
Any other
Well,
details?
so that's why, I'm so, I'm so grateful, and, I'm so proud of you, because no matter what, especially during the time of lockdown, anytime, especially that, the former president, Duterte, that tells, all foreign national, you're free, to go back to the, to where you came from, because of, of the pandemic. So I'm so, I'm so grateful that you never leave me.
I could talk about that for a few. When the pandemic first started, I did think that I needed to get my behind on a plane and go back to Chicago. But as I got to thinking about it, I was like, whoa, wait a minute. I can't leave my wife. Okay. She does not have a visa to be able to come to the United States, because my thinking was that if I ended up needing medical help, that I would probably be better off in the United States. But I was watching the news, and they did show O'Hare Airport, and it was full of people, where people were leaving from other countries and coming back home. And I said, boy, that'd be a good way to catch COVID.
Yeah.
Because you got all of those people crammed up in the airport, somebody's going to catch COVID. And then I said to myself, well, no, I'm not going to go. I'm going to stay. I'm going to stay here. And that's what I did. And I've been here ever since. I've never left. And until my wife has a visa and can come and visit the United States, because I still have my place in the United States. So I've been paying rent in Chicago and here, in both places. So don't let people tell you that passport bros are broke.
Well, it's
Everybody
just like,
can afford that. Go ahead.
yeah, it's just like, Frank, that I can see a lot of Filipina that time, that, they're crying, they're, especially they have kids, they're crying because their husband leave them, because, they have to go back to their country. But, it's just like, uh well, I cannot really tell, the feeling that, I'm just be proud, I'm just be proud to, tell this nationwide that, you never leave me, you never leave me. So I'm just, you're one of a kind, that, some men, even though they're married, they leave their wife, because here's the thing, Frank, that, for me, if I'm going to marry a person, I'll make it sure that, he's with me, or she's with me. So, like, like you. did that, no matter what, I already told you, no, it's okay, don't worry about me. I'm a survivor, so you can go back to the States, but you never,
Yeah.
never leave me. So
Well, one of the things that made me nervous in the beginning was because of my age, and they were saying that senior citizens could easily catch it, and so that made me a
yeah.
little afraid. But I still said no. Then when the lockdown came and we had to wear the mask first, it was mandatory. And
Hmm.
at one time, only one person could leave out of the house, and that was Little Beth. I couldn't even leave out of the house because you had to have a pass
Yeah.
if you were on the streets. Okay,
Oh my God, that's very, oh my God, I can't imagine myself that, okay, that time, guys, here's the funny story. It just recently I learned how to ride on the bike. Oh my God. So Frank cannot go outside, so just only me. No transportation, as in, no public transportation. Okay, unless if you have, car you can drive, or bikes. So first time that happened in my life, that's, I'm carrying the backpack right on my bike. Oh my God. And the backpack is all the groceries. So I'm very, oh my God. So when I imagine that, did I did that? So it's just like it makes me laugh about that. So well, it's just like, for me is that, of course, your safety is my responsibility also, Frank. So I'm just, I just give way, I'm just give. Well, most of the time, if I can, if I go grocery, and if you're not really into that, I'm not really tell you, okay, come on, come on, come on, I'm not forcing you, that, just tell you, okay, I can go,
and
so
and also don't forget this. When they finally came out with a vaccine, and they were only offering the Filipinos at first the vaccine from China, and I didn't want that, and Lily didn't want that either. And then the VA
yeah.
offered for all veterans to be able to come to the VA clinic in Manila and get the J&J vaccine. So Lily and I both went and got the vaccine at the VA. Remember that?
Yeah. So I'm also thankful, the US government, because I thought that that's only for you, that you can get that vaccine, but they share that vaccine with the spouse of the veteran. So I'm very thankful about that, because the Sinovac, so there's a issue about the sign of back. So I'm so thankful, the VA, the US government that shared that vaccine to me. Okay, so
Yeah, and then
GLS. Let me
we
read the comment, Frank. That's what I like about my Filipina. We can go to Jollibee or Chowking, eat balut in Shisapi. You eat balut, GLS? You eat balut? Well, guys, I can't eat, I really love to eat balut, but now there's a whole week here, you know, where, I do fasting. So I'm gonna fasting 45 days, 45 days, no meat, chicken, pork, beef. Only I eat fish and vegetable. Raymond Tan, good morning to you, Madam Host. Okay, thank you for coming, Raymond.
hello Raymond.
So guys, for those who wants to join to my membership, join button, guys. Just click the join button, okay? And one thing that I'm so happy, because during the pandemic and until now I never get sick. So maybe because of the J&J vaccine, that it really protect my immune system not to
Well,
get sick.
and also we had to wear the mask and we had to wear a face shield.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys in the States think you had it bad because you only had to wear a mask when you were out. Here, it's hot. It was hot all the time. And you had on the mask and a shield covering your whole face. Okay, and it was hard to breathe
Yeah.
with that mask and face shield on.
Mm-hmm.
But
So
everybody
until
stuck
now,
to it.
yeah, until now, there, a lot of Filipinos still, especially here in Metro Manila, they're still wearing face masks, including me, because I can see that they said that that's colds. No, that's COVID. The only thing that it's not really get worse because of the vaccine, that protection. So we don't want to end up 6 feet under. Okay, Frank. So here's the thing that, okay, I have a question. Okay, for those gentlemen on the live chat. Okay, what is your opinion about if this woman will tell she's the one who built the table? What can you say about this women? Okay, because majority of what can you bring on the table, but some women, they tell that they're the one who built the table. What can you say about this?
Okay, maybe you could say that they build the table if they're dealing with a man who is unemployed, doesn't have any money, and they have to take care of that man. Then yeah, you could say maybe that they build the table. But for the majority of men in the United States, they make at least $50,000 a year, somewhere between 45 to $50,000 a year. So no, they're not broke. He could take care of himself. He makes enough money to take care of himself and someone else. So as far as I was concerned, that they build the table is a bunch of crap because I made good money, so I always knew that that was a bunch of stuff, you know. Most men are the prize, not a woman, because being that a man has to take care of a woman, if a man is supposed to give her protection, okay, if he's supposed to feed her, put a roof over her head, keep clothes on her back, money in her pocket, how is she the prize? You're
Yeah.
supposed to be winning something when you're the prize, okay? When you take on somebody and you have to fork out everything, you're the prize because you're the one that's giving them something. They're winning, you're losing.
Well, some people, they don't really comprehend. They didn't really understand what's the true meaning of the price. The price.
The prize is being taken care of.
Yeah, it's just like Frank, that what can you bring on the table? They said that majority of Western women, they say they are the table. No, it's not. It's not it's not literal the table. It's just like,
Okay, let me explain this. Most of the young women that you meet, okay, if they went to college, they still have college debt. They have credit card bills, okay. Uh, They've got all kinds of bills because they're always buying clothes and stuff like that. So they are looking for a man to help them. They are not looking to help a man. The majority of the women that I dealt with in the States, the majority, not all, but the majority, okay, um, they didn't have $1,000 in the bank. Okay, you meet them, they don't have much. Some might, some do, but the majority, no, they don't have any money. That's why when I heard this stuff about they are at the table and that the passport bros were broke and dusty, no way. The guys that come here, the guys that travel, the passport bros, they are exceptional men. Those men have money. Otherwise, they wouldn't be able to take these trips going all over the world, going to Colombia, here to the Philippines. Some
DR.
are going to Europe. Some they're going all over the place, and it takes money to do that. And they're paying money to stay in hotels. Just like now, me myself, when I traveled, I always stayed in 4 or 5 star hotels, and I always got a hotel suite. Broke people can't do that.
Yeah.
They don't have the money to do that. So I don't know
Okay,
what
let
that.
me read this.
Go ahead.
Let me read this from Stefano. I'm educated with multiple degrees, a great career, not a job, and they won't run from me. LOL. Oh yeah, because this is what I noticed. Once they know that Steph, they tells, oh, this man has, so they can maintain, their hair, their full eyelashes, their nails. Of course, they're going to go to the luxurious brand. Okay.
Uh,
KC, Lilibet Tate channel. This is why I wanted to hear Frank opinion, not someone playing for the camera on the YouTube. Yeah,
Thank you. But I I understood when I started watching YouTube and listening to the women in the West when they started talking like that. I understood where they were coming from. All of a sudden, the men with the money were leaving, okay, and they understood that it was men with money that were leaving. They knew that men had to have money to be able to take these trips. And these were the
hmm
men that they wanted to meet. They wanted to meet men that had money, that's got money in the bank and can travel and do stuff like that. Now, they're not stupid, okay? They knew what was going on. And so they felt like the money is leaving and they're taking that money to those women overseas. And that's what they didn't like.
they get furious.
Yeah, that's just the truth. And if you could lock one down and talk to them and get them to tell the truth, they'll tell you that because that's what bothered them. The men with the money are leaving. They're only going to be stuck with the guys with no money. And so they don't want the men with money to leave. Simple as that. They can say all they want to say. We know better. The men from the United States know. They were saying that, hoping that women overseas would hear that and think that we were coming there to be a burden on them, to use them for something. Okay? When true passport grows, because there's a difference in guys that are traveling. Now, yes, you've got guys that's just traveling for sex, sex. I'm not supposed to say that word. Okay? And we call them sex pats. They're not passport bros. But passport bros are traveling, not just looking for women, but also looking for business opportunities, ways to make money. Every time we go down the street, okay, we're looking for something that's needed, another way to be able to make money, something that we can see that's not here, that might be a good business venture. That's the way we function. That's the way we think. We thought that way in the United States, and we think that way no matter where we go. We're always looking to see where can money be made because we're about making that paper.
Okay, so let me read this from Steph. That's why they trying to come over there to see what the fuse about. Then they see the woman in Colombia, Thailand, and Philippines and get intimidated really fast. Yeah. And it's just like it reminds me, Frank, that there's a lot, black women, they said, oh, going to DR, going to Colombia, Thailand, Philippines, they cannot speak English and they are not educated. So a lot of Filipina backslapping to them. Okay. And then, our friend Juan, she's so she's very good in, cursing with this, with this black woman. And they, they tell us, okay, they tell Filipina that we're not educated, we cannot speak English. Okay, actually, English is not our language. Okay, so it's not the thing that we cannot speak English because it's not our language, but we still speak English or American English. But okay, let me ask, can they speak Tagalog? Can they speak another dialect where Filipino has? So it's just like, okay, so when they cursing Asian women, oh, they have the big head. So once the Asian women backclapping to them, they so furious. They so furious. So it's just like, okay, come on, don't don't start the war. Okay, don't start the war because we're not really into that. But once you start the war, we're gonna finish the war. Okay,
Okay,
let
let me
me.
say this. Let me say this because I want to be honest with the people. My first girlfriend uh, when I came here to the Philippines was the CEO of a public relations firm. Had her own business and she had employees working for her. Okay, handling business all over the Philippines, Japan, and other countries and stuff like that. So this thing where they're talking about that we're coming over here and we're taking advantage of these poor, uneducated women, that's a bunch of crap. Filipinas are educated. They are very smart. They are very good business women. A lot of them run businesses just like women run businesses in the United States. I don't know this thing on the women in the states thinking that every other female in the rest of the world is poor and dumb. That only shows their ignorance because it's not that way.
Yeah.
Okay.
So okay, so that's a good statement, Frank. Okay, so here's another question that what can you say about this, because this is I always hear some Filipina, okay, they don't want, okay, so here majority of Filipina age doesn't matter, but some Filipina, oh, they don't want, the older Western men, to deal with them because they don't want, to change the diaper. So it's just like, oh, wait a minute. At the end of the day, you're gonna get older, okay? And you cannot stop happen that to yourself. I feel that, this. this kind of thought process is just like a selfish, because of course if that's your partner, it's part of your duty, to take care of that person, especially if you're married. So why you have to say that, oh, you don't want to change the diaper. So what is your statement about that, Frank? What is your opinion or idea about that
I
woman that
I have not had or seen that problem here in the Philippines, but I'm sure there's probably some young women who might not want to deal with somebody that's older. That's their preference. No problems. But there is a big problem with that in the United States. You have a lot of people who are younger than men and they want a man close to their age. But here's the problem with their way of thinking. They're always talking about how much money a man has to make. Okay. It's the older men who's got the money. I mean, let's just be honest. We've been around for a long time. We had a long time to stash cash, make investments, okay, buy homes and buildings and all kinds of stuff. And
but not
but
all,
with
Frank.
their way of thinking, if you're a 20-year-old Filipino marrying a guy that's 50 or 60 years old, they most of them have no problem with that. But in the United States, no, they don't want an older man, but they want that money. And they're not, it's gonna be very hard. Okay. I'm not saying that they can't, but it's gonna be very hard for them to meet a guy in his 20s, okay, that has a bunch of money. Okay, most men when they're young, they're not making much money. In the United States, most men really don't come into the money like if they are in a corporation or working for the government or whatever. Okay, most men really don't start getting into the high pay scales until they're about 40 years old. That's when they really start making their money,
Okay.
and that's
Hmm.
just the honest truth. And
Yeah.
stats show it. All the statistics show this. So I'm talking facts, not just saying something. Plus, I knew all of this anyway because I used to work for the Internal Revenue Service and I went into people's homes and had to go over their finances and I can see what people were doing, see their age, how much money they had in the bank, what investments they had. It's older men is got most of the investments. Now, I mean, I'm not saying that a young man can't be getting his act together and have some type of money, but he's building. Okay. If he has as much money as a man that's in his 50s, that's been on the job all that time and working, then he's doing good. Okay. And he's going to be a good catch for some woman. But he's on his game and he's working hard to get to where he's going, and he does not have time for a chicken head.
What do you mean chicken head?
Black Americans know what I'm talking about when I say a chicken head.
Chicken head. What is that,
That just
Frank?
means a woman that does not have her act together. Because most of these women, they're broke. They're living from paycheck to paycheck. If you noticed in the, after COVID was over with, look at how many women were getting kicked out of their apartments and their homes because they didn't have the money to pay their rent over that time period. And stuff was held off for a while by the government. But when that was over with, they still didn't have any money. But they were talking about
Yeah.
they didn't need a man. But they
Yeah.
got put out on the streets, and a lot of them are still getting put out.
Well, it's just like, that's difference here in the Philippines. We need a man. We need a man.
Well, just think, during COVID, I didn't work.
Yeah.
But all of my
Okay,
bills
good.
in the United States were paid, and all of our bills here were paid. So, ta-da, I'm broke and dusty.
Gold digger. Okay. Guys, this is the thing that, I start to learning about the slang words. So I'm just, I just, I'm not really into that. So I'm just, what is that? So I have to know. So that's very interesting, interesting thing that they heard from you from because you're more onto the facts things. Okay. So let me read this. Don't date a chicken head. What about a chicken feet? I love chicken feet. Casey, I love chicken feet, especially chicken adobo feet. Ah, so delicioso.
But one thing I can tell the guys who have not been over here, is make sure you have yourself together. Um, Make sure you come with money, your credit card, and your checkbook. Just in case you run into some type of emergency and you need to get money. You know, so make sure you do that. Not that
Yeah.
you're gonna have to use them all, but just in case, you never know what might happen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, cause well, it happens that during Jerome, right? It happens to him that when he try to withdraw money from his ATM, the ATM machine is not is they not accept the ATM machine from the states, so he has
Yeah,
to go to the bank.
yeah, I remember that because I advised him of a bank that he should go to be able to get funds. And that's another thing. Here, we have learned that we have to stick together as expats. You know, um, you never know what you might run into. You see, like you've seen these things where there was a few guys that ran out of money or something like that and couldn't get money. And the women in the States had just had to talk about that and call him broken, dusty, and all of that type of stuff. And, it's just a bunch of crap. But one thing is that we will stick together. If a passport brother is in trouble and needs to get home, we'll get him home.
Yeah.
We'll get him
So
home.
it,
There's a
it
network of us here, and where we look out for each other. So don't think that you're alone just because you're in the Philippines or you're in Thailand or anywhere else. It's passport brothers all over the place, and we stick together and we look out for each other.
yeah, but here's the thing that some people they don't really want to be friend with you. So it's okay as long as you offer your hand to them. It's up to them if they're gonna take or not. Because I can tell that there's a lot of men that they refused to do that.
I want to give a shout out to one brother that helps people all over the place. He helps Filipinos and he will help people from the States too. I don't know if you guys ever watched Sunshine Shoulders, Calvin. That brother really bends over backwards, okay, to help a fellow who's having a problem. So I just
Yeah.
wanted to give him a shout out because he really does that. It's no joke. You may see it on the show. I've talked to this brother. Um, he's for real. He'll really help somebody. And if he doesn't have it, then he knows other brothers to get in contact with and to be able to find you some help. And
Okay,
that's the
let
truth.
me
Go ahead.
let me read this for GLS. That's right. Those Filipinos were telling no sisters, don't start no mess, won't be no mess. Okay, from KZ, GLS, very simple. Yeah, because no matter what, I can tell that no matter what, there's a lot of people bash Sunshine Shoulder or Calvin, but he's still doing good. There's still a lot of brothers helping him, sending a big donation. So it's just like, okay, so we're not, they don't really mind to help Calvin, because we can see that Calvin also helped not only for Filipino, and also his people.
Calvin had heard that there was an American way off in some cities, in some province somewhere, a guy living out in the boonies and stuff. Calvin got on the bus and went and found that man to see if that man was okay. Okay, he really does that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And there are other brothers, like I said, that will help. So just make sure though, when you come, have your act together. You don't want to end up in a situation where you can't get your hands on your money. Um, I advise guys that once you come over here, I think it's like if you're here past, was it 2, 3 months, and you have to get a card. You have to extend your time. And when you go to extend your time, they're going to give you a card to show that you're a tourist. Once you get that card, you can open up a bank account, put you some
ACR
money
card.
in, yeah, put you some money in a bank account here so that you will be able to do things. But also keep money in the States too. Like if you have your investments or business or your retirement check or whatever it is that you have come into your bank in the United States, keep money in the bank in the United States, but also keep money here. And that way, as your money comes into the bank to the United States, you can always just write out a check to a bank here and they'll cash it. Even though it will take some time for that first check to clear. It takes about 4 weeks. So that's why you need to get on something like that as soon as you possibly can. If you're going to stay here for a while, if you're going to be here for months, then you need to do that so that you have no problem with your finances.
Okay, so let me welcome Bad Body Not So Fit. Hello, thank you for coming. So, the thing that we're talking about is, why do Western men pick Filipina instead of Western women? So, share your share your experience with Western women. If you deal with Filipina, share with us what's the difference between Western and Asian, or particularly Filipina. So feel free to share with your experience. Bad body, not so fit. So yeah,
Uh,
that's okay. Go ahead,
go ahead.
friend.
Well, I
So
was
that's
going to
it.
say this. When it
Okay,
comes
go.
to Filipinas, um, you can give your Filipina 5,000 pesos to go shopping, and she'll come back with a wardrobe. Uh, 5,000 pesos, that's about $100. Okay. And she'll come back with maybe 9 or 10 items with that $100. As to where you go to give a woman in the West $100, and she's gonna look at you like you crazy and ask you what am I supposed to do with this? What am I supposed to buy with this?
Hmm.
Good reason to pick a Filipino.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, guys, guys, watch, watch average, the unplugged
Average
travel.
man unplugged.
No, 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 because he has two channel. That's the comment reaction. Okay,
His
so
travel channel.
his travel channel. So it's just like you watch that guy. So you're gonna laugh. You're gonna laugh about his comment when he came here in the house, eating with the food that I prepare. Okay, because room is actually room is very special to us. We treated him like a family because he just
Yeah.
he always welcome to come here, back in forth. Okay, so
Yeah,
it's
he's
just like,
like a younger brother to me.
yeah. So we always welcome him. So I'm not really into that because that time I don't do I sit aside, I sit aside, the social media. So I just want, the privacy of me, and I want to do things that just only for for us. So, well, but he did a little clip on that, things that what I've been prepare on him, and things that what I give to him. So it's just like so funny that when I watch that from him, so funny. What's
Sorry
that
for that
sound?
noise. That was a motorcycle going by. And that reminds me, I also want to advise you guys while you're in the States, they have a thing where you could learn how to ride a motorcycle for free. You guys need to take advantage of that because when you come over to Asia, okay, you're probably going to end up wanting a motorcycle to be able to get around. The traffic is kind of bad here if you're driving a car.
Oh,
But if you're on a motorcycle, you could get around real easy. So take that motorcycle class that they offer and learn how to ride a motorcycle. And you'll probably end up buying a little motorcycle, a little scooter or something like that for you to be able to get around while you're here. It makes a big difference.
okay. Let me read this, Frank, from Bad Body, Not So Fit. Okay, most Western women feel entitled, come from broken homes. Okay, GLS, LOL. That's right. You do not have time for chicken heads or mud ducks. Oh my God, chicken heads and mud ducks. Okay,
There you
so Bad Buddy, Not So Fit. He asked you, Frank, where are you from, Frank? Georgia or Florida? No, I came from
Sorry, my
Chicago.
friend. I'm from the north. I'm from Illinois. I'm from Chicago.
Chicago, Chicago. Oh my God! So now I can learn chicken heads and mad ducks. Whew.
Yeah, don't have time for them. Just don't have time. No need in wasting your time. Come and find you somebody that will appreciate you for who you are, not for what you have, but for who you are. And that's what's important.
Yeah.
Because most of the women in the States now, they're looking for money. They feel like a relationship is built on what you can give them, not what they can do for you. I have to admit, and I mean, I haven't talked about this for a while, but because we've talked about this kind of stuff on other videos and stuff, but that's like Lily will cook me breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks. She's a real good cook, and she does not mind cooking at all. She keeps an immaculate house. Okay? The house is never dirty. I never have to come into the house and say, oh, babe, you need to clean up or something like no. She keeps the house spotless. And you don't get that
Okay,
a
so
lot
let
from
me
the
read it.
women in the States. Go
Let
ahead,
me read
Sheila.
this one. Bad body, not to fit. I don't have a problem with women looking for a money for stability, but it when she is not respectful and loyal.
And that's the truth. He's telling the truth.
Yeah. Well, it's just like Frank, the house is, it's it's represent of my personality. Okay. So I don't want our house become smelly, become dirty, or what. It's no, I don't want that, because that's it really, it really shows my personality. So it reminds me of Jerome, that, oh my God, Jerome, don't worry about, don't think that, you can do some dirt here in the house. It's okay. Because
But see,
he's
sweetheart, but that's the thing though. When you hear these women in the West talk about how they're not a maid, I'm not your mother or whatever like that. Look, they have to eat.
yeah,
They've got to cook food for them to eat. Duh. Is it that much harder to make something for your man so that he can eat when he comes home? The house. She lives in the house. If the man
yeah,
is paying the rent, why can't she keep the house clean? If he's paying the mortgage, why can't she keep the house clean? Her thinking that he's supposed to do the inside housework? Come on. Is she gonna go out and climb up on the ladder and clean out the gutters on the roof? If there's a repair that needs to be done on the roof, if she's gonna climb up there and fix it, if a water pipe breaks or something, is she gonna fix it? No. If the car has to have the oil changed, the tires changed, okay, is she gonna do that? No. Is she gonna pull that lawnmower out of the garage and cut the grass? No. And also, men have their jobs that they're supposed to do around the house, just like a woman has her jobs that she's supposed to do around the house. Everybody has a role that they have to play, and and it's just getting that women in the West are just getting lazy. That's all. They're just being lazy. I had to explain this the other day. I was watching this thing where this woman was talking about she makes $70,000 a year. And if she deals with a man, he has to make at least $90,000 a year. And I broke things down. Okay, if she made 70 and he made 70, that's $140,000 a year.
yeah,
Okay, they could live off of $70,000 a year. Both of them can, because you're supposed to live below your means anyway, not above your means. But if they did that for 15 years, they would have over $1 million saved. And that's not counting the interest that would be billed or any investments that you would make along the way. That's just straight up counting the money for 15 years. They would have their first $1 million. And from there on out, that $1 million put in banks, okay, into time deposits at 5% will give them $50,000 a year. Once they're getting that free $50,000 a year going into the bank, let that be saved, and now they can start spending all of the 140,000 that they're making and have money coming into the bank being saved just off of money making money. And that's simple. That's just a simple way of becoming a millionaire if you're a couple. But if you don't sit down and think, come up with a plan and work that plan, it'll never happen. And with most Western women, when you sit down and you tell them a plan like that, and you tell them it'll take 15 years to do this, they're not going to stick to the plan. They're just not going to stick to the plan. And therefore, that's why most of them always end up being broke, alone, and with a dog or a cat because they can't follow any plans. They never see the big picture of what you have to do as adults so that both of you can retire early and not have to work. A man should not have to work himself like he's a mule, okay, until the day that he dies. He's working for everybody else but himself. Most of us as men, we don't spend that much money. We take care of everybody else in the household. Everybody in the household is walking around with nice clothes, looking good, and we keep wearing the same old clothes. We got holes in our underwear because we won't even spend the money to go and buy new underwear. If the wife don't go and buy you new underwear, you don't get new.
Sometimes, the underwear has a holes.
We'll have
Okay.
holes in our socks and we won't even complain. Okay, but we're as soon as the money comes, we take care of the family. Okay, that stuff has to stop, you know. And this economy and the way that the world is working, if you want to get ahead, it takes two incomes. You have to work together as a team. And there's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with that. And guys, don't let women talk you into thinking that you're inadequate because you're not making a certain amount of money that they want you to make for them to be able to live a certain lifestyle. Okay? Tell them Walmart is always hiring. They can always go and get some kind of a job to help out.
Okay, so let me read this from Bad Buddy. Most women out west know they can get away with a bad behavior as well. For example, a woman can pick a decent guy and get rewarded for it if she breaks up with him, take all he has and the kids. She will even have the government help her. Yeah, that's one thing. One thing. This is one thing that why they act like that towards men, because the system involved also. It's involved also. So
Oh
I
yeah.
think, because this is what I noticed, I also talk with with Western men, like particularly Bob. It shows that the privilege is more onto, they listen to the women's side, but when it comes to men, they don't hear men's voice. So I think that's the
Yeah.
reason why these Western women act like, on a it's just like an authorized attitude. An authorized
Well,
attitude.
one of the problems is that there are a lot of men who are raised by women, okay? And we grow up with this attitude that we're supposed to take care of a woman. If there's a divorce, well, okay, we should let the woman and the kids have the house and we'll just go off. And so they've gotten so used to that you've got women now marrying two, three, four guys, okay, taking them for half of everything that they've got, and they end up being rich and did nothing just because they married men. That stuff has to stop. We have to, as men, have to stop just saying, well, just give it to her. Let her have it. Just let me go. All I want to do is go. She wants a divorce. All right, she can have a divorce. Take this stuff. I'll just start over. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Make them sell the house. Split the
Yeah.
money down the middle. Don't let them just have everything like that. Doesn't work like that,
Mm.
especially if they did not work and help you pay for that house. Now it's a different story. If she was the type of woman, she worked, you both put money in, then yes, she deserves half. But if you're doing all the work, no, don't walk away letting her just take everything. Don't do that.
Yeah. Okay, let me read this from Bad Buddy. Most
Go
Western
ahead.
women
I'll be back
trying
in a
to
second.
keep up with the Kardashians' mindset physically. Oh, that's really bad. That's really bad. That's really bad. So it's just like, it's no good. No good. Once you're dealing with that type of mindset of women that, they really want to become the Kardashian. Oh, run, 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 Delilah's on your way. Run, Samson, run, Delilah's on your way. So, well, this is the thing that I don't really understand. Some Filipina, they do also that. Okay, they cannot really enjoy the natural beauty. Okay, so all they have to do is maintain the natural beauty. You know what, guys, here in the Philippines also, they start, to doing BBL. Oh my God, at first, I'm so ignorant, but what the hell is BBL? So I'm just looking under the meaning. What is that? Because I hear that from Frank and Jerome. BBL, BBL. Oh my God. And then the lip filler. Oh my God. So it just Filipino do that here also. So it's just like, oh my God. If you're gonna have that kind of that woman, unless she has money, to maintain that kind of maintenance on herself, it's okay. But if she don't have, and that person, run, because like I said, run, Samson, run. Delilah's on your way. Run.
Okay, I want to tell you guys something. Now, most of the women here that you see, okay, when you go out, they will not have on that mask where they've got this layers of makeup on their face. And when they take the makeup off, you don't know who they are. Okay, these women, the women here in the Philippines are mostly all natural. Okay, like look at my wife. She does not have makeup on her face. She will put some lip gloss on her lips, and that's it. That's it. All natural. No BBLs, no lifts anywhere or anything like that. Most of these women are all natural. You get the real thing. The hair,
I
okay,
have.
hangs
This is
down, will hang
weird,
down
Frank.
to their behind. And it's their hair. They didn't buy it at the beauty supply store.
It's just like, okay, guys, my theme song for those men that, when they know that, they really want to act like a Kardashian. Oh, so this is my theme song for you. Run, run, Samsung, run. Delilah's on your way. Okay, so Bad Buddy. Okay, take the ladies to the pool. Okay,
Yeah,
GLS.
that's when you'll find out if it's real hair or not.
Why? Because the hair is floating. Okay, okay, guys. This is, seriously, guys. This is what I look. Why black women don't want to cook? Because I saw that on the video that the hair is not their real hair. So it looks like a skin, but they have to glow it. Okay, so I think they avoid that because putting that hair, it's so expensive in the States, right, Frank?
Yeah, they spend a lot of money on those weaves and
So
stuff
they
like
they avoid that, because if they cook, the steam, it really ruin the glow on the hair. So that's the reason. I think I can see the reason why they don't want, they refuse to cook because of that, that thing that they put it on the on the
But you
hair.
think they might be afraid that they fake hair may catch on fire and they'll be running around like Michael Jackson did when his hair caught on fire? Is that?
I Yeah, could be, but it's just like, if it's the glow, if it's, you too much exposed on the steam, once you cooking, there's a steam, so it really, loosen the the thickness of, the glow on the scalp. So the hair, it's, it really ruins the, the what do you call that, the hair dough. I don't know. That's how I look. That's how I look. Because, for me, there's no reason. So I think that I can see that's the reason.
I'm reading Bad Boy Not So Fit, the movie that warned us all away ahead of this time was I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that. The woman that had it, everything was fake. Her breast was fake. Her hair was fake. Her booty was fake. She even had a fake leg.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just like, the that's crazy. That's
Yeah, I
crazy.
don't I don't know if you saw that movie, sweetheart, but yeah, that was a funny movie. But yeah, he met this woman in the bar and she looked all sexy and everything. And then when he got her home and they was getting ready to do the thing or whatever like that, she had to take off all that fake stuff. That was so funny. I'm gonna see if I can find that so that you can see that.
But I saw some video, Frank, that, that's the women that, they have a big, they have BBL, and they have big teddies. There's a guy that, he has a pin, and then he poke, and then, on the other side, he poke, and then, the butt is gone, the BBL is gone, and the other side, the BBL is gone. So, and then the woman run because he has no BBL anymore.
But let me say this though, okay, about the BW, okay. Most of them, they do not need a BBL. Okay,
Yeah.
black women have back. So the reason that they're going and doing that, I have no idea. They have a behind.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that the black women have a behind. So why are they going taking a chance on dying? There's so many women is going and getting those surgeries, and the surgery is messing them up when there's no need in the first place for them to go and get a bigger butt. I don't
Yeah.
understand.
Yeah, especially Frank, when I saw them that they have a long nails, and then I can't stand, the sound of, I don't know what kind of materials that they use on their nails. I hear that, it sounds like the crab is, is running. I
Yeah,
can't stand that. When they do like that, and then, they had a hard time, to open something. Oh, I can't. Oh my
I
God.
don't know what's going on with this younger generation. All of my sisters had a behind. Okay, none of them was flat in the behind. Now, usually, who you see that don't have a behind are white women in the states. Sisters have a bigger behind than the white women in the United States. Most of them. Some white women have a behind, okay, but a lot of them don't. but almost all of the sisters have a nice behind. So I don't know why they going and getting fat moved from one spot to another spot that make they behind humongous. It's unattractive. They look
Yeah.
weird, and they don't seem
Yeah.
to understand that they look weird. They got little skinny legs
And then they have so
and a big
big a
behind
butt.
that don't go together.
Yeah. It's just like, it's wow.
It
I
makes
don't
them look
really,
like a freak.
yeah. Like, okay, bad body, like you said, the Kardashian, oh my God, Nicki Minaj. Hallelujah. I don't really look them attractive. Seriously. I'm a woman, but I don't look them attractive. It's just like Frank said that, they have a small leg and they have the big behind. It's not
Legs and
proportion.
thighs, the thighs have to match the behind. That's how you know that it's natural. You can see what's natural and what's not. And if I mean they keep saying that they're not doing it for men, but come on, tell the truth, ladies. You're doing it so because you're hoping that men will want to have sex with you. That's
Yeah.
why you're doing it. Otherwise, you wouldn't be doing it. Stop lying to yourselves.
Oh, Frank, you think that, men only like that sex? Of course, women too. Okay.
I know. Women love it. Women like it more than men do. Women just
Okay.
don't like to be honest about it. They don't like to tell the truth.
GLS, that's how I became aware of your cooking show through room. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah, GLS, you know what? It makes me laugh because first time, he tried, first time he came here, in the house, I cook, the lumpia, and he really enjoy, the sweet chili sauce, and I don't know what's wrong with the chili sauce. He's so become addicted on that. But I promised to him that I actually last year, it's suddenly that what happened to his father, he did not coming back here and get that sweet chili sauce. So what I did, I just consumed that, and when I know that he coming back here, so I bought the new one and gave it to him because that's my promise to him. Okay.
Yeah, that's my guy. He's cool. That's a cool brother.
Yeah. And he can't really, and then I told him, are you okay? After he ate, because he's do a gym, okay? So I know that he's trying to control eating heavy food, but when he come here, okay, his diet is broke.
And that's Filipino hospitality. You
Yeah.
will never go to a Filipina's home and they don't offer you something to eat. Even the poorest Filipino is going to offer you something to eat when you come to their house, just like they do in the South. Okay, like Southern hospitality. Okay, you never go in the South, at least from the people my age. I don't know how these young people are, but you go to their house, they're gonna fill you up. And I'm a thin guy, and everybody used to always tell me when I would go down to Macomb, Mississippi. That's where my mother's people are from. Or if I went to Marianna, Arkansas, to where my father is from. Okay, everybody was always, oh, we got to fatten you up. Come on, sit down here, boy, and eat, eat, eat.
Yeah, that's why first I saw you when you arrived here in the Philippines. Oh my God, it's just like I tell to myself, Frank really need me. When I saw you, a 6-footer man, very slim, guys, very slim. Okay, so it's just like, oh, he really needs me. He really needs me. And guess what? After 1 year, he's complained about I feeding him a lot. because all these
I
blue jeans
gained
cannot
60
fit
pounds.
his blue jeans cannot fit anymore. So he cannot really button it. He can zipper, but he cannot really button it.
So that's another thing. Um, Here in the Philippines, you don't have to be a muscular guy to fit in. All right, women like all shapes. They don't mind a guy with what they call a dad body, a guy that's got a little bit of a stomach and all. Okay, that does not bother them. If you're a skinny guy, you fit in. There's a lot of skinny men here in the Philippines, so you don't have to build a bunch of muscles and look like a muscle man and all that. No, you don't have to go through all that kind of stuff here. All you
But
have to do is have a good personality, be a kind
yeah,
and sweet person
respectful.
to these women, and you'll have no problem. Go ahead, sweetheart.
Yeah, I said that they be respectful with with women.
Yeah, show respect. Be respectful to their parents and stuff like that and their family members, and you'll have no problem. The people on the street here are very helpful, very helpful. I had a motorcycle accident, okay? And a guy came over, picked the bike up off of me, and helped me up, uh, dusted me off, towed my motorcycle to where I could get it fixed, and didn't want anything and gave him something anyway. But that's just the way they are. They will help you, okay? The police are nice to you. Black men, I've never had the police here to stop me for riding while black. Okay. You can stop, you can talk to the police. You need directions, they'll give you directions. You need help, they'll help you, whatever. They don't harass you. There's no stopping you and searching you and all of that kind of stuff. You have to do something for the police here to mess with you. They're not going to mess with you for just walking down the street. It doesn't happen. It's never happened to me, and I've been here for almost 5 years now. Never had the police to just stop me or want to search me or ask me for my ID and all of that kind of crap. No, no. And leave them states, man. You don't have to put up with that crap. There's other countries, man. They don't treat you like that in other countries. Only in the United States.
Yeah. So now we already reached the 2 hours, Frank, and I'm so uh you know oh, Michael. Hello.
Michael Alexander, what's up, guy? How's it going?
What is your experience, Michael, when dealing with Western women? Okay, so it's just like the subject that we discussed. Uh, why do Western men pick Filipinas instead of Western women? Have you experienced about dealing with Western women, Michael? Share with us. Feel free. So if you want to join with us, just click
Are
the.
there any questions that anyone has for me that they want to know anything about the Philippines or my experience traveling or anything like that?
When it comes to business, how to make money here in the Philippines.
How to make money anywhere?
Yeah. For Michael, it's like anyone else says. Okay. All right, Tate, keep up the great work you both, and I'm very proud of. Okay. Thank you. I'm coming to the Philippines. Oh, when? When you're coming here, Mike?
Okay. All right, bad body, not so fit. You got to go. All right. See you later.
September. Oh, that's that's the month of Frank's birthday.
Yeah.
Okay, just buzz us. Michael, I have, email on my, on my channel, on my description. I posted there my WhatsApp. If somebody wants to contact me, my WhatsApp and my email is there. So just, feel free, to send me a message or what, okay? So, of course, for those want to send people PayPal, I'm very welcome. You're very welcome to send that to me. Okay, just if you have WhatsApp, I have WhatsApp there because there's a lot of people. Sometimes they ask for for my contact. So there. So if you want to to contact us, okay. So my contact it's there. So just send me an email or send me a message to my WhatsApp. So how is your how are you doing, Michael? Yeah, because this is what I noticed, guys, that the hours, the days move so fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, Frank's birthday is September.
Yeah. We hope that we're here then because we are planning to take a trip to the States.
Yeah, I'm gonna cross my finger for that. Oh my God.
Yeah, because I need to go and dust off my cars,
Oh,
my
Frank.
motorcycles.
Okay, Steve, that's Saturday. Saturday in the States, Sunday here in the Philippines, right?
Yeah,
Okay, he
there's
asked
a
if you want
12
to
hour
join.
time difference.
Because he has interview with me. So would you like to join with us? For this coming interview?
Who, you talking to me?
Yeah, Steph.
Oh,
Stefano.
sure, no problem.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, he can. He can. Steph. So that's Saturday in the States, Sunday here in the Philippines.
Yeah, 12 hours time difference.
Yeah,
We're ahead 12 hours.
yeah. Mm-hmm. So now it's okay. So okay guys, I really appreciate for those who coming on the live chat. Thank you so much guys. And of course, my very supportive and my special guest, Mr. Frank Tate. Thank you so much, my love. So anything you want to plug before we go?
Yeah, don't forget to hit the like button. Okay, subscribe. Uh, join Lily's membership. Um, you could always donate to help Lily build her studio.
Yeah.
And hey, if you ever have any questions or anything like that for me, especially around this time, because I know it's close to everybody is doing their taxes and stuff like that. Especially if you're going to end up owing taxes, you may need to talk to me. So if you need some advice from me, if you end up owing taxes, just send an email to Lily's email and she'll let me know and I'll contact you. That's it.
Oh, thank you so much, guys. So, guys, thank you so much for joining on my live streaming. So, I really appreciate that. So, have a good night to everyone, and have a good day here in the Philippines. Thank you and mabuhay.
All right,
Bye.
stay up.